Oh, hello. Don't run. How you doing? Save that. Right. So what I'm trying to do is, not quite sure to be honest. I don't know. I thought I could make a feature where you can select different pools on Meteora and see like who was in each of them and did well or something. Still trying to flesh out the idea, but I think that could be a fun thing to build. I think it would be useful for me. Lost my voice a bit. I'm doing a bit of DLMMing as well on a side monitor. See the Spock coin is like a few coins popped up. Obviously punches still running a lot. Right, so kind of working on some June SQL queries, I think. I don't know the best way to get this, but so far what I kind of got is, here is like the top 10 pools, last new pools in 24 hours. I'm just trying to make some SQL queries to do a bunch of different things for me on June. I think I'll make a few more, maybe like one that finds new wallets from the last 24 hours which didn't exist before. I'm kind of feeding the schema to my project as well, so it can write them for me. And I think it can do it all by the API, so basically Claude Code can help me write SQL queries which will help populate this dashboard page. Also in a pool on this, maybe this coin, I don't know, I haven't really looked at it. Something to do with Elon Musk. Pretty low volume. Shot up though. Right, so actually I'll do a quote tweet of the stream. I don't know if it, yeah, it doesn't show up anywhere on my profile. I'm doing it, except on my profile picture. There's no link for it. Right, there we go. I mean, I can't really do much focusing on DLMM if I'm doing other stuff. So I'll just have a tiny position open, just getting some small fees. I guess we can maybe leave that for a little bit. This token which just came up. Okay, so this query is returning total positions, closed positions, and this is all working with the total sold, deposited, withdrawn, but it's not taken into account the tokens which they are withdrawing. So we found the tool pools, we're finding the top wallets, but that fee percent is correct, but we still don't know if they're actually profitable on it and if these are good wallets. And we also need a prompt which finds basically every wallet that's active in the last 24 hours. Yeah, we'll go to this tab. Maximize this. And also see, I do not have a lot of wallets added right now. I actually need to do some scouting. You can see what my dashboard's looking like. Right, okay, so we need to go back to Claude Code. And okay, so it looks like it works. It is returning to me the total positions, closed positions, the total sold, deposited, and withdrawn, and fees of these wallets in that pool, which is good, and only the top ones. So this is all fine, but I'm not sure if it's possible, and I have had issues with it in the past, but is it possible to get their token withdrawals and the fees of that as well? And I guess it would have to be put into either dollars or Solana, so we know if they're profitable, because at the moment they could make a ton of fees, but it could have fallen all the way through their position, and we are not accounting for that. And I've had issues with in the past. I don't know if you can get there might be, you know, an amount of tokens like 500,000 tokens from this pool. Do we want to use June for this? Is it possible? You might want to spawn some research sub agents to look, or do we want to at this point go back over to using the Helios RPC? So what we're able to do is at this point see what their token withdrawals were on these positions and work out their profit. Would this go back to our original problem of taking ages to work out all the profitable positions? Let me know your opinion and findings, or if there is a solution on June. Actually, I should have compacted this chat because I've got 2% left and I kind of want to continue it. I think I can do that. I do that and then compact that. Let's go. How's this doing? I mean, pretty low stress position, or a tiny bit of fees while I'm streaming on a very small position. maybe, as long as it doesn't crash right now. Yeah, so currently editing this query. After that compacts. I'm assuming this is actual text as well. Yeah, but other than that though, I did put up this video yesterday kind of showing the tool. I thought I could make like a 1-minute trailer using something like Remotion. Could be quite fun. Yeah, probably should have exited the token already, I think. Taking time, okay. Take a look at the track LP video we made yesterday, which we made the long form for, and we had the short form kind of trailer. What I'm wanting to do though is now make the short form, and I know we have a bunch of screenshots already saved and you've labeled what they are, and I can get any more screenshots of the tool which you do want to be able to use to make this trailer, but I'm guessing we need to use the produce skill and then invoke the subsequent skills and do some research into all the aspects of how to make this trailer as best as possible with all the elements. So it will obviously be short. We featured on the homepage. I might put it on Twitter as well, showing the our tool and all its features. And I could also give you a login and use the NPX agent browser where you're able to log into the app, take any screenshots using Playwright which you want to help with this trailer. Could be quite fun. Add. This token just spawned at like 300k. I'm guessing that means it was bundled. No, it doesn't read like it. Oh no. Oh, I didn't paste the content. Never mind. Okay. So the query worked, and what I got was, for that pool, the total positions closed, Solana deposits, Solana withdrawals, and fees for the wallets, the top 30 wallets, which is all well and good. But we're not getting the token-sided information, which I believe could be important. So what I mean by this is, if someone enters with 10 Solana, the token drops 50%, they're left with only tokens. They could have made still $300 in fees, but they're still taking a loss overall because they are holding all of the tokens, and we can't have this. So I'm wondering if it's possible using Dune, if you've done some research with sub-agents, to be able to pull the token values in Solana, so we can work out the overall profitability, like we did with using the Helios RPC and our current method to calculate P&L cards. But obviously we don't want to be using that for every position in a pool, because it will take hours to do in a lot of calls. But instead what we're doing is either using just Dune, or we could use Helios to just enhance it, check over these, find out what the token P&Ls or token they had in the pools, and if they were profitable overall, if this isn't too much extra calls. Or unless you have another solution, can you spawn 3 research sub-agents to help decide what we should do? Yeah, so we'll be able to integrate the find pools and the find wallets as well, I think, to doing this. Coin's looking a bit cooked. A bit aliens as well. Yeah, it's going straight down. And yeah, that no-brainer as well. Alright. Right. Actually, I want to give it some more screenshots, even though it's not built yet. What else? I can't remember what pages I gave access to. This is for my trailer. Yeah, I can put images. Oh yeah. the wallet finder we don't already think they fit in. Right, I'm exiting that DLMM position from a minute ago. Looks like we had the big dip and oh god, bouncing up a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and close that out. Hopefully that taps out and works. So I mean, won't be a lot, but that counts as a successful trade on stream. I don't want to be kind of worrying about this. It does dip more, to be honest. $16. Yeah, I'll close out of that because I don't know. Otherwise, I'll probably fall into a loss while streaming. But yeah, for the trailer, maybe need those images. What else did it say about making a trailer? But for track LP. Feel. Cuts or what duration for a trailer? Tightest cut, high retention, best. But Twitter feed. Should the trailer include voiceover clips? Or be music and text only? What am I? Right. Right, back to June query, I think. Yeah, it looks like I could have stayed in the spot position, to be honest. Probably could have come out of like, I don't know, like 20% profit on that coin. Still slowly running out the balance though. On like 29 Solana now on that wallet. A bit less. Yeah, very slow though. The issue of this is though we might miss the capital efficient wallets, which is, you know, something we want to look at as well. Not just the top P&Ls by absolute value, but what we're wanting is who's been capital efficient, like who, you know, put in 5 Solana total to the pool and came out with like, you know, tokens and, you know, their withdrawals, total withdrawals dollar value was like, I don't know, they put in $500 and they came out with a $200 gain on top of that. We also want to know not just the capital efficiency, but also who was Solana sided only, so they didn't deposit the tokens on Solana, so they got some positive impermanent loss. But those who just put in Solana, so they might have incurred a bit of impermanent loss on the negative side as the token fell. So they withdraw maybe 1.9 Solana when they put in 2. But, you know, it fell and went back up and they made, you know, an extra 1 Solana in profit and they were capital efficient that way. These are all important things. And then later on we want to cross-reference their current position with, you know, over the last week, were they good? What kind of market cap tokens did they go in? What kind of positions, etc. But not worrying about that right now. Okay. Is there anything else that needs building right now? Yeah, copy trader. I mean, all of that already works and is fixed up. Yeah, I think it's mainly just the wallet analysis. Now that linking straight in to the dashboard and it auto rotates the wallets on your dashboard maybe. Or maybe I need another tab with, I guess, my findings. Okay. I mean, there's no way query will work. Did it auto input a pool for me? Yep. Not sure what pool that is. Oops. Potentially working. Can't believe I got shaken out that bot quite so easily. That's why I need some more wallets on my own dashboard of people in these pools. I guess I could try and find some. Man, I need to try out edge.meteora more for that update actually. Oh no, didn't select auto approve. To be honest, I swear this was mostly active like a week ago as well. Okay. Total deposits. Total withdrawn. I mean, that's definitely going to be completely wrong. No way. No way this wallet made that amount. That's a pretty profitable wallet, to be honest. To be honest, I don't even know what is the pool. Solana. Okay. And it's saying that this guy had 3 positions in this. Definitely looks like more, but they could have been different pools. But if it was that, that's just a massive loss. Is anyone at like 1%? Oh, it's deposited USD. Okay. This guy only had 1. This coin was out like days ago, wasn't it? Saying deposited 70 USD. Is that one? I bet these are all the same pool though, so I think it's just completely wrong. With DK, yep. I think the old query was more accurate and better, to be honest, for the top wallets. I could get Claude Code to auto debug though, I think. So I still believe this is pretty incorrect looking at the total positions. First of all, the numbers seem really wrong. It's saying like 3 when I can see about 10 or 20 positions. Don't know if you'd, I don't see any date range filters on it, so I'm not sure why. Second of all, the deposit USD and withdraw USD, we have some massive differences, like 500%. And I don't think I know these are incorrect when it's a sol only position, but they're depositing a small amount and withdrawing a lot. And the reason is, I don't think you're picking up multi-range positions. So as you know, we have some positions which are, we have the initialized deposit or whatever, but sometimes they can initiate multiple positions, and we kind of are already handling this with our copy trader and how we calculate P&L of positions currently on the app. But I think June with our current configuration is not, which is causing the issue where it looks like a small deposit, but when they do one withdrawal, it's a very large number. And I think this is what is causing it. But what you can do is you can run the query, look at the results, and then validate the wallets using Helios. So look, run it on a few of the positions, and if it is not totaling correctly, it's wrong and can try and make the correct edits. But I guess need to be as efficient as possible. We don't want to wait minutes for each call. Alright, made a trailer. Where's the link? 15th of February. No, I don't think it. Wait, what? Code changes. Oh, I'll just paste them in. I can save them. Yeah, I don't think I'll have too much more luck with that Helios route, to be honest. Oh yeah, I forgot I added that. One click, add to the auto list. Okay, got a trailer. See what this is like. Right, so the music's terrible, the sound effects are terrible. I mean, that's just completely random. It doesn't even say what it is. It could say that not on top of the text, and it just kind of looked horrible. Instant alerts, that works. Yeah, results. Custom rules. Could like say the name is so random, the trailer. I feel like this might use all my Dune queries. Okay, at least it didn't dox my Dune API key. As the producer, why did you think that this was a good trailer? You didn't justify it all to me, but having the logo and then putting 5 to 26.5 Solana over it seems super random. Doesn't tell me anything about what the app is. Second of all, the sound effects you do at the very beginning, whatever that sound effect is terrible and should be removed everywhere and either replaced with something else. And when you do put this text in the center of the screen over the image, I cannot see what the image is really showing a lot of the time. And the purple gradient with the text on top is very unflattering. Doesn't follow the brand guidelines, which I know you have access to. Also, you have the Playwright MCP. You can go in, look what you've created, and iterate on it in real time, as we need every part of this to be perfect. So we have the review skill and sub-agent as well, which you need to be going over. You need to have the SaaS best practices for creating these trailers, and you need to be implementing all of them. I really don't get a sense of what the app is, who it's useful for, what it is useful for from this. Okay, need something. And I do have a list of what I need to do. Cannot remember what they are. Apart from actually, yeah, getting some more wallets. Maybe wait for my data to load. Yeah, I did add a feature where it does. If you go off the screen for a certain amount of time, it reloads it. I do believe no one is in a position though. That's actually true. I guess I think it's UX improvements, so the actual experience. It's got find pools, analytics, and find wallets, which sound a bit confusing to be honest. Together, definitely needs to be clearer exactly how they work together. And I think for me as well, to be honest. Man, I better check is not used all of my API calls. Do you? Okay, I'm okay for now. It's only using like 1 credit every query. So continuing working on the UX of the app, you can go into docs, plans, and look at our UX plans, which we created today and yesterday, and some of our docs research. But we made some improvements regarding the onboarding flow and what's available to people. I'm currently working on the finding wallet system, so it's very easy to integrate and have filters for finding wallets or pools in this method, then adding them to your dashboard and in lists. But what I was wondering is, I still feel it's not providing enough value and is clear enough for people. We've got find pools, analytics, find wallets, and I did make these for myself because I wanted them. The analytics to know which wallets were profitable overall for the day and which weren't, but potentially it needs changing a bit. So what I mean is, should I have one which is like, okay, first of all, also in settings we have courses and guides, pro community, roadmap and feedback, still a little bit hidden. Should any of these be out to show the value that is provided with the app or not? So it's either we pop out the pro community or we change it a bit so it has a link, it has its own page, it has a link to the Telegram, but also has like a page where it has kind of the wallets I've added and I'm looking at, and me doing like a daily log of I think my strategy is right now, because it changes day to day. What do you think of this? Do not just agree with me. Do research for what would be the best flow for this. But I'll put you in plan mode as well. I wonder what it's going to come out with. Okay, I've got the next trailer iteration. I think this will be pretty bad. Yeah, there's no way this will be. To be honest, it's okay. I don't think doing a better one, I don't know if it would even matter for me. I don't even know. Alright, That's good enough for me, to be honest. Kind of orange glow. It's doing different effects on each screenshot, I suppose. Text at the bottom kind of docks my wallet halfway through. All okay. I think I'll actually put that up now. Interesting. Right. Wait, what is going on here? Oh, okay. Who wants to review it again? I suppose that is okay. Before I tweet. Got a few other tweets need to go out as well. I did actually think that that was a thing. Fee-based ranking, yeah. I do have to agree, I think this hybrid approach might have to be used to calculate the top wallets. Even though we tried to figure out what other tools did to get this data. It seems we did hit a bit of a brick wall. But you've said only taking the top 20 from 10-20 from June, then working out the and taking the total fees, time, position count, and win rate. I still don't know if this is exactly the best approach, because we can have Helios run longer. This will still be a once a day run job, which would run at like 3 AM, for example. And we would take the top, I don't know, 10 new pools, so kind of still using our original one. But we do want to be able to figure out the most capital efficient people. That is something we want to find out as well. But I guess people lose capital efficiency. If they put in 5 Solana, make 3 Solana, profit, but then they deposit 5 Solana, withdraw 5, deposit 5, withdraw 5, deposit 5, withdraw 5. That would ruin their ratio from almost 50% to looking like, I don't know, 5% when they were actually, you know, they just kept depositing and withdrawing before, you know, with no loss or gain because maybe the token kept pumping up. So we do want to be able to capture these, and because we can have Helios running for longer than 2 minutes to be able to get all this data. It just, you know, it's definitely inefficient, the current method, going over every position of every pool using Helios, and it did a ton of calls. What do you make of this approach? How can we adapt what I just said? What on earth is this doing? Pretty... What do you mean unattributed claim? I think the trader was better before, to be honest. All slanted. I think I'll take the trailer. What's this part? Okay, I think it's fine. It's just the background music. But beside that, maybe the background music seems a little, and sounds like some non-copyright thing you would streaming something. Yeah. And all the changing themes. Man, I swear I put the AI Suno music thing key or something. Oh god, I actually want to plan. To be honest, that's probably a better idea than what I have right now. Feel like that won't work. I'm gonna save. What's this? Top Meteora pools. Top Meteora PNLs per pool. Wait, that's not the name, is it? What? I think I won't make them private. Yes, it. Guess I could look up the beats it suggested. I think after this I'm just going to find some wallets and make some more content. But I do want to post this trailer as well. Okay, I think I'm going to end the stream up here as soon as that trailer's rendered. I can actually post it. I've kind of done two things. Oh wait, what did it discover? Doing. I reckon that would be the final thing I need to do for that trailer.